Everyone. Today, I, Ashwarya Chaudhary, along with Mr. Pavan Kumar, shall be analyzing the movie Pink, keeping in mind the various provisions of the Indian Evidence Act 1872 that play a key role throughout the case in the movie in order to prove the innocence of the accused. To our common knowledge, a courtroom is a place where a person can bring his vows and get the unbiased and unprejudiced verdict with all fairness and justice. But what we do not acknowledge is that it is really hard to prove that we deserve justice in the first place. How, even if we are the ones wronged, we cannot simply demand a verdict in our favor without proving sufficient evidence. Evidence law thus plays a great role in determining who is at fault. In this video, we shall first briefly acquaint you with the plot of the movie, specifying the various charges around which the movie revolves around. This would be followed by a discussion on every charge and the kind of evidences that were put forth in order to prove the same, along with the applicable section of the Indian Evidence Act under which a particular kind of evidence can be made admissible. And towards the end of the video, we shall conclude by identifying other instances from the movie where the concepts and provisions of Indian Evidence Act can be understood with greater clarity. Lastly, we shall take a look from a clip from the movie itself to see how meticulously a number of evidences can be pieced together to prove or disprove a fact.
The movie Pink is an example of close case wherein both the parties lodged FIRs against each other. The first FIR was lodged by the girls against the boys, and then a counter complaint was lodged by the boys against the girls in a backdate. The trial was based on the FIR lodged by the three boys. In the case of State vs. Minal Arora, both the prosecution and defense filed for the three charges. The first charge of prosecution was an attempt to murder, which is described under section 307 of IPC. The second charge of prosecution was voluntarily causing grievous hurt with any dangerous weapon or means, which is described under section 320 read with 324 of IPC. The third charge of prosecution was an attempt to extortion or solicitation, which is described under section 383 of IPC. And now the first charge of defense was assault or criminal force to any woman with an intent to outrage her modesty, which is described under section 354 of IPC. The second charge of defense was criminal intimidation and its punishment, which is described under section 503 read with 506 of IPC. The third charge of defense was wrongful confinement, which is described in section 340 of IPC. For the charge of attempt to murder, the prosecution, in order to prove the knowledge on part of Meenal, presented an expert opinion of doctor, which is admissible under section 45 of Indian Evidence Act under the category of science. The expert stipulated that the beer bottle used by Meenal to hit Razveer could have resulted in his death, and the weapon itself was also produced before the court, which can be admissible under section 60 of Indian Evidence Act. Wherein, if the over evidence refers to an existence or condition of any material thing other than a document, then court, if it think fits, may require the production of such material thing for its inspection. The other charges under section 320 and 324 were not separately dealt within the movie, and the same can be said to be proved by the expert opinion of doctor, which is admissible under 45 section of Indian Evidence Act. And now coming on to the last and final charge of prosecution against the girls, which was of extortion and solicitation by way of prostitution, which can be described under section 383 of IPC. The prosecution, in order to prove that the girls solicited money from the boys by way of prostitution, presented two evidence in the form of documentary evidence and oral evidence. In the documentary evidence, the prosecution presented the CCTV footage from the resort in which the girls can be seen discussing something and going to the respective rooms with the boys. The CCTV footage is considered to be the document for the purpose of evidence under section 65B of Indian Evidence Act under electrical records. The prosecution tried to establish a common intention of the three. This is described under section 10 of Indian Evidence Act, which talks about things said or done by the conspirators in reference to a common design. In the oral evidence, the manager of the resort stated that he overheard an obscene conversation between Meenal and Razveer. This is admissible under section 60 of Indian Evidence Act, as it refers to a fact which can be heard. It must be the evidence of a witness who says he heard. From the defense side, out of the 3 charges alleged, only 1 charge was extensively talked about in the movie, which is outraging the modesty of a woman, which is described under section 354 of IPC. The defense called upon the Meenal, who stated that she was forcefully touched and harassed, and she did not intend to hit the Rajveer with that gravity, and it was only an act of self-defense. This was backed by the fact that she was intoxicated at the moment and did not realize the gravity of the situation and hit him in the heat of the moment. To prove that she was intoxicated at the moment, a documentary evidence in the form of a picture making drink was produced before the court. Since it was not an original picture, it would be admissible under 63B of Indian Evidence Act.
Part of the video, we shall be discussing other instances from the movie where the Indian Evidence Act can be referred. So the first one was during the trial, wherein the judge offers the accused, that is Meenal, to record his statements privately in camera. This is in accordance with section 164 of the Code of Criminal Procedure, and the statements recorded under this section will be considered a public document according to section 74 of the Indian Evidence Act and does not require any formal proof. Such a statement is also admissible in evidence under section 80 of the Evidence Act, which talks about the presumption as to documents produced as a record of evidence. Lastly, throughout the movie, the character of the accused and her previous sexual relations are questioned. This was denied by the judge to be taken into consideration since according to section 53A of the Evidence Act, evidence of character or previous sexual experiences are not relevant in certain cases. This movie is truly a lawyer's delight. It touched upon the nuances of cross-examination and gave a clear perspective on a sensitive topic of consent, which has been a topic of debate for a while now. It emphasized the importance of no as a sentence and a statement in itself. The Evidence Act has played a key role in solving this case. The most outstanding incident was the one in which the defense counsel proved that the FIR lodged by the boys was entered backdate. The defense counsel presented a series of evidence including incident reports, a picture of the SHO in a wedding admissible as a secondary evidence under section 63 of the Indian Evidence Act to prove that the SHO was not in the police station at the time the report is claimed to be written. We are also attaching this particular courtroom scenario from the movie for reference purposes. Thank you so much.
Your Honor, I'd like to call SHO Suraj Kund Sarla Premchand ji.
Sarla Premchand.
Superwoman.
जी
Deepak ji.
Your Honor, Superwoman. Superman, Superwoman. सरला जी, मैं आपसे ये पूछना चाहता हूँ कि कंप्लेंट फाइल करने के बाद ये इतने दिनों बाद तक आपने मीनल अरोड़ा को गिरफ्तार क्यों नहीं किया?
जनाब ये फरार थी, मिल ही नहीं रही थी, छुपी होंगी कहीं शायद।
अरेस्ट होने से पहले ये आपको इतनी इजीली घर पे कैसे मिल गई?
जी वो
छुपते छुपते शायद बोर हो गई कि कोई ढूंढ नहीं रहा, क्या मतलब है छुपने का? टैक्सी पकड़ी, घर आ गई और आपको सडनली आराम से घर पे मिल गई।
हमें जी
I can't hear you.
टिप मिली थी जी हमें।
जी?
टिप मिली थी हमें।
टिप ऑफ यू मीन? किससे? किससे दिया?
जी सिविल ड्रेस में हमारी चौकी के लोग छोड़े थे जी हमने इनके घर के आसपास।
योर ऑनर, ये झूठ बोल रही है।
ना जी थे हमारी चौकी के लोग।
आप झूठ बोल रही हैं सरला जी।
ना जी झूठ क्यों बोल रही हूँ?
आप झूठ बोल रही हैं।
जी नहीं सर थे वहाँ।
No, you're lying.
ना जी मैं
No,
क्यों
you're
बोल
lying.
मैं झूठ क्यों बोल
You're lying.
हमारी चौकी के लोग
You're
थे।
lying.
आपने देखा नहीं थे वहाँ पे?
मैं आपसे कह रहा हूँ आप झूठ बोल रही हैं।
ना जी मैं झूठ क्यों बोल रही हूँ? मैंने देखा नहीं। मैं झूठ नहीं।
इन्वेस्टिगेटिंग ऑफिसर को इंटिमिडेट करने की जगह अगर मेरे लर्नेड काउंसिल उन्हें गलत साबित करें तो बेटर रहेगा।
Okay. That seems fair.
Yeah.
सरला जी, मैं अपनी बात को प्रूफ करना चाहूँगा। ये जो आपने रिपोर्ट लिखी उसकी कॉपी है, जो इंसिडेंट हुआ उसकी रिपोर्ट यहाँ डायरी की गई, ये यही है ना?
हाँ जी मैंने लिखी है।
लेकिन सरला जी, उस दिन आप ड्यूटी पे नहीं थी। आपके एक मैरिज फंक्शन में प्रेजेंट होने के विटनेसेस हैं हमारे पास। ये आप हैं?
जी
नाइस, सॉरी सरला जी। फिर डिस्पाइट द फैक्ट कि आप ड्यूटी पे नहीं थी, रिपोर्ट आपने अपनी हैंडराइटिंग में की, अलग इंक, अलग बेंच से कैसे?
शादी से आ गई थी मैं तब तक।
आप फरीदाबाद सेक्टर 77 के मैरिज हॉल से सूरजकुंड पुलिस स्टेशन सिर्फ 10 मिनट में आए। 11:05 में आप वहाँ से चली और 11:15 बजे आप सूरजकुंड पुलिस स्टेशन पहुँच गए। 22 किलोमीटर का डिस्टेंस जिसे तय करने में नॉर्मली तकरीबन 42 मिनट लगते हैं, आपने इतनी जल्दी कैसे कवर कर लिया? Let me guess, 132 किलोमीटर प्रति घंटे की स्पीड पर आपने अपनी गाड़ी स्टार्ट की और उसी स्पीड से आप सूरजकुंड पुलिस स्टेशन पे आकर के आपने अपनी गाड़ी रोक दी। आपको स्पीड ट्रैक पे होना चाहिए। हाँ, आप पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट में अपना टाइम वेस्ट कर रही हैं।
जनाब, इतनी बड़ी घटना थी तो गोली की स्पीड से जिप्सी चला के पहुंच गई जी मैं जैसे तैसे।
इतनी बड़ी घटना और गोली की स्पीड से आप अपनी जिप्सी चलाकर पहुंची, लेकिन रिपोर्ट आपने सिर्फ 2 लाइन में लिखी। ये आरएस रिजॉर्ट में मीनल अरोरा ने राजीव के सर पर जान लेने के इरादे से बोतल दे मारी, बहुत खून बहा।
2 लाइन में मैटर क्लियर हो गया जी, और इससे ज्यादा क्या लिखती मैं?
नहीं, इतनी जल्दी मैटर कैसे क्लियर हो गया? मीनल का पूरा नाम लिखने की आपको जरूरत पड़ी, लेकिन राजवीर का सरनेम आपने नहीं लिखा। मान लेते हैं कि हम लोग भले लोग हैं और इन्हीं राजवीर सिंह को हम वो राजवीर मानते हैं।
यही केस था जी, यही डायरी हुई, इससे ज्यादा क्या लिखती
जिस
मैं?
वक्त सुशील वत्स ऑटो में बैठे, मोबाइल, ये आप ही के लिखा हुआ एक एंट्री है। जिस वक्त सुशील वत्स ऑटो में बैठे मोबाइल था, जब वो उतरे उन्होंने अपनी जेबें टटोली, मोबाइल नहीं था। उन्होंने याद किया कि कब उन्होंने आखिरी बार अपने जिंग 3C, फिर 3C काट के आपने उसे 3G कर दिया। फुर्सत और डेडिकेशन की दाद देता हूँ मैं आपको सरला जी। जिंग 3G मोबाइल को देखा था और इसके बाद भी आपने 10 लाइनें और लिखी। रिक्शे में मोबाइल खो गया, उसके ऊपर आपने आधे पेज की रिपोर्ट लिखी है, जबकि इतनी बड़ी घटना के लिए आपने सिर्फ 2 लाइन। आई विल टेल यू व्हाई। जिस पेज पे आपने रिपोर्ट लिखी सरला जी, उस पेज पर इतनी ही जगह बची थी। ये एंट्री आपने बैक डेट जा करके की है। योर ऑनर, ये पुलिस डायरी जिसमें अमूमन आधे पेज या फुल पेज पर रिपोर्ट लिखी गई है, ये अकेली एक ऐसी एंट्री है जो सिर्फ 2 लाइन की है। क्योंकि जिस पेज पे इन्होंने रिपोर्ट लिखी है, उस पेज पर इतनी ही जगह बची थी ताकि ये बैक डेट में जा करके अपनी रिपोर्ट लिख सके। इसके अलावा और कोई रीजन नहीं है योर ऑनर। इन दोनों बातों से ये प्रूव होता है कि इंसिडेंट की रिपोर्ट करना वाज एन आफ्टरथॉट आफ्टर मीनल अरोरा decided to file a complaint against Rajveer Singh and others.
कारी कारी रहना